Warning. Pro-Tri News is a podcast with different opinions, knowledge, and possibly fake news about triathlon racing. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and some stories may be dramatized for comedic effect. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to another and special episode of Pro-Tri News. We are hot off the back of the season opener for the Ironman Pro Series, and it feels like triathlon in general this year. Down under in Taupo, New Zealand. Now, me, Pat and Kyle got together and we were absolutely dreading this episode because Kyle, as we all know, is a lifelong TREVOR FOLEY fanboy, and we were really concerned that he would just be gushing, and we had to try and find a way to prevent him gushing too much on the show. So to get around that, we have the man himself on, because I thought it would make it socially awkward for Kyle. So we have TREVOR FOLEY with us.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us after your magnificent victory. And then to balance it out, bring on the sort of star of the weekend on the women's side, we have, and this is hard to get her on, who have we got?
Kat Matthews, Pro-Tri News, guest. Just to balance out, you know, the token female.
Oh, that's not what I meant. That's not... Oh, I've done it straight away.
No, it's good. It's good.
Kyle, you can go. You can have 30 seconds. How right were you?
I mean, I've just been telling people a long time that TREVOR FOLEY was going to be a big deal, and I'm just glad that Trevor found his legs again after he won in Lake Placid a couple years ago, and now it seems that he's got it figured out again. So excited for the world to see what could happen this season. So no pressure.
Trevor, is that fair? Has Kyle been? Does he big you up to you a lot as well, or is it just publicly?
He's just been like a day one homie supporter. You know what I mean? And like, I'm either like winning or I'm like dropping out. Like there's no like third places. So it's either like all or nothing. And like poor Kyle has to carry the TFR flag all the time, and it gets burned a lot. So I feel bad.
Trevor, do you think that's fair? Like Carl saying you got it figured out again? Or do you think it's just real that it's not that easy just to win and win and win and win? Like it's such a grind for the majority of the time.
Yeah. I think we just kind of get maybe spoiled is the right word, with people like Pogačar, Blumenfeld, who just show up and just dominate people all the time, where it's just like, dude, that doesn't happen for most people. Like those people are world-class athletes and they're just completely dialed. It's their whole life. But like, yeah, most mortals like myself, like, yeah, it's like really hard to, you know, have your bike not fall apart, swim really well, bike really well, run really well. Like it's just travel well. Like it's so hard. And I think people just don't understand, like, yeah, traveling from America for 30 hours to come race 140 miles. Like it's hard. Like, but I mean, if it was easy, everyone would do it, right?
Did Trevor just popping a shot at Christian Blumenfeld there, bike falling apart?
No, I mean, my bike has fallen apart in like 4 races.
Oh, okay.
Four in a row.
Like when I passed Christian, like I think I overtook him the first time in the race and didn't see it, and then I overtook him again, and I was like, fuck. Like my adrenaline kind of lost for a second because he was missing an aero bar, and I was like, damn, like that's kind of not fair. But then I did think to myself, like, that's literally happened to me like 2 times before. So like, it's just unfortunately part of the game.
So do you want to summarise the results and stuff, and we'll go into the race? What we're going to do is bang some hot takes in the end. We've got one blinding bit of news to drop for you at the end, which we'll cover in hot takes. But let's go like we normally would. We'll summarise the results and we'll just analyse the race a little bit. Trevor's just been shoveling food into his face, so he's run off to wash his hands.
So the race started here at Taupo, New Zealand at the lake. You had Pierre Lacour lead out the swim with about 6 guys in tow. The next pack was led by Fred Funk, James Hayes, and Christian Blumenfeld, and a few other guys. And then there was a bit of a gap again to like Ben Hamilton and TREVOR FOLEY. After that, the group started to kind of form on the bike, and then roughly about 20K, we were sitting out. I was with Luke and the team out on the corner at 20 kilometers, and that's when Kyle Smith decided to go for it. So he charged up that hill and basically didn't look back. From there, the group was kind of like scrambling a bit. From then on, Trevor, I think I gave a split to Trevor. It was about 3 minutes to Christian and about 5 to Kyle already. So Kyle like really started opening the gap pretty much straight away.
And we'll get back onto your swim, Trevor, because that was really impressive. But you just mentioned the gap that you gave to Trevor. Is your wife or girlfriend, partner out the doghouse yet?
I don't think. Yeah, like she's completely fine with me, but poor thing, I don't think Soph has recovered.
Can you explain what she did?
Yeah, so I was swimming, was with the second pack or whatever for about 1,500 yards, meters, which was quite good for me. And then ended up swimming the rest of the race solo. Felt really good. It was just the best feeling swim, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It was a really good swim for me. Came out and thought I was like decently in the thick of it. And I was running through transition, got on my bike and saw Soph, and she goes, 6 down. And that's like right at the border of like, I could still win, but it's going to take like a monumental bike. And I was like, okay, like that's still okay. And then I see Kyle like 34 minutes into the bike, and he's like 3 down. And I'm like looking at my power meter, and I'm like, oh, wow, like I'm only pushing like 300 watts, and I just took back 3 minutes. I'm gonna really give it the beans and like just bridge the gap now. And got into the turnaround at like 40K, and nothing had happened. I only swam like 3:45 down, lifetime best swim gap. And Soph literally called her mom like during the race, freaking out because she's like, oh my God, I just told Trevor he's 6 minutes down and he's actually like 3. So yeah.
And then she called me frantic. She's like, you need to give him the right split. You need to give him the right split.
Do you feel robbed of that, like adrenaline of that you knew you had the best swim of your life?
Like in the moment, yeah, because I was starting the bike and I felt like total crap. Like sometimes I just don't feel great on the bike. So the first 15 minutes, I was pushing crap power. I was 6 minutes behind, and I was like, well, this sucks. And then I railed that first climb, rode the descent really well. And then like, it was really nice seeing Kyle. And it was just total 180 because they're like, you brought back 3 minutes. And I was like, wow, like that's amazing.
Whereas nothing had actually really moved that much.
Yeah, nothing had changed. I thought it took back 3 minutes and 30 minutes. So I'm taking back a minute every 10 minutes. So I was like, oh, I'll hit the front here in about 30 more minutes and happy days. Nothing, and I never did.
So then we made our way back to town. They started lap 2 of the bike, and Matt Hansen, surprisingly, was on the front of that group.
Well, I've been saying this, and I said it to Matt Hansen now, and he agreed. He's an absolute top bloke, real gent of a man. And we said, if you had on your bingo card this year, 20-meter draft rule favours Matt Hansen, I think you'd be in for you'd be an oracle, because no one had that on their bingo card. But when Matt Hansen was pulling the front of the KB group, I thought, my God, this is on.
Yeah. And he seemed a bit surprised. He said that was kind of his strategy from what he raced in Kona a couple years ago. He was like, I'm just going to stay with him till Javi and then let him go. And that's the race, I believe he got 10th. So he said that was going to be a strategy, and now this time.
Can I, strategy-wise, can we rewind slightly to where Kyle made this big move?
Yeah.
Do we think that that's maybe a 70.3 tactic and maybe not, on reflection, an Ironman tactic? Or was that his card to play?
I think it was his card. Personally, I think it was his card to play. I think he overplayed it because, like, what he did was give an amazing spectacle in front of his hometown. It was super cool.
Yeah.
But the reality is he 5 minutes better over 90K, which is basically what you had at the turnaround, than everyone else in the field? And over an Ironman, you would have to say probably not, like in reality. So I think it was the right thing because he wasn't with the good riders. If he was trying to drop Trevor, Freddie Funk, like Razma, those big guys, maybe it's not the card to play, work with them. But he was by far the best rider, so why tow them? What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I think it's incredibly brave. It's admirable.
I mean, he's with Pierre Lecour at that point, so it's like, of course, Kyle wants to get away from a guy like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to ride my bike with Pierre Lecour. So.
Yeah.
But when I saw him leading, though, at the first turnaround, like when we head back to town or whatever, I wasn't surprised. I mean, he lives here. Like, I would do the same thing if I was a local person who could swim and bike that well. Yeah,
and he did look super chill. He gave me the I sort of told him his gap, and he gave me the Italian hand on his bars, the thumb and index finger, like mwah. It was like sweet. I'm right. He was super like calm with it, so he liked it.
So then lap 2, Trevor was just starting to catch on to the back of that group, probably still like 30 seconds down.
With Fred Funk, right?
With Fred Funk, yeah, and then. You actually were passing Pierre Lecour and Christian Blumenfeld coming back up the hill to start the second lap.
Yeah, I think I went from 13th to 2nd.
Did you just go straight like through all of them on that uphill?
I'm so scared of getting up. Like I'm so anti-draft or like a stickler of the rules. I'm so paranoid. Like I always hear these people of like, oh, I don't have enough time to pass, or it's so, like I do 1,000 watts when I pass people. Like I pass people in 3 seconds. Like you could like. It just doesn't even come in my mind. Like when I pass someone, I pass them in literally 2 seconds, and that's it. So when I pass the 12 people train, I do like 500 watts for a minute, and I passed 12 people in 2 seconds. It was great. Just because the refs right there, I would be devastated if I got a penalty. So that's just what I do. Yeah.
Kudos. Having ridden the course, obviously, kudos. Like there were girls who did not do that.
Yeah, I would just be like, looking at my Garmin or Wahoo and be like, all right, 45 seconds to go. Let me just like, because you got to think about it. Like, I'm also coming up on a group of 10 people, right? I've just taken 5 minutes out of them. Like, it probably is not that hard to pass them. Like, like you're already going faster than them, right?
Yeah.
Like, you only need to go like 2 more miles per hour faster to pass them anyway. You might as well just carry your momentum.
And they don't know you're coming as well, which
Yeah, exactly.
normally helps.
Did you get any of their reactions, like whenever you were passing them or anything, or no? Was it just kind of like stoic,
You
No.
can assume them.
game on type of thing?
Yeah, I think like when I came by, like I always think like whenever I come by, like, or like in that circumstance, like people thought like, okay, like, yeah, time to like hammer now. And talking to Jack Moody and Matt Hansen, yeah, like when I came by, like I went by really hard.
Yeah.
I had terrible legs, so I was just trying to like do something. But yeah, I think it's like, I don't know, people maybe wake up because I'm like a halfway decent runner. So it's like maybe not Pierre Lecour, but like, you know, I can run decent.
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, really decent. I do like the, you know, I had terrible legs, so I just drilled 500 watts to get past them for a minute. The legs were terrible.
It's just, yeah, I mean, it's like so not what like my coach or someone smart would do. It's like, I'm already feeling bad on the bike. Let's do 500 watts for 2 minutes and let's see if they wake up. It's like, no, bro, it doesn't work. Like, I'm already done. Like, I poo legs. Doing 500 watts for 2 minutes is not going to help you feel better.
And so we'll move quickly through the rest of the bike. Fred Funk kind of went off the front of you guys. You guys rode together for what? How long?
An hour.
Did he attack?
And then he attacked?
Did
or
he
what?
attack, or did he just slip off the front?
No, yeah, I was pulling probably from like up the hill, down the descent, and then whatever, and like away from town, and then he took a quote unquote pull, and I was riding at probably 30 meters, and I just was like, yeah, I'm fucking tired. Fuck this. Like, I'm done. Like, no offense. Like, I'm just gonna ride 270 watts back to town, and that's what he did.
Did you back it? Did you? Was it because it was Fred Funk? Were you like backing your? If it was a faster runner, would you have maybe tried?
If it was Christian, for sure, I would have buried. Like, I don't know, I want to sound rude, but like, yeah, if it was Christian, for sure, I would have probably buried myself to go with. But like, I'd like to think that I could have ran a few minutes faster than Fred, and I knew at the time there was only an hour left, and he was gaining seconds at a time. Like, it wasn't a lot, so yeah, I felt pretty fine with myself.
And no one else wanted to go with him?
No, like Christian didn't, Mike Phillips didn't, and then I think Hamilton was there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one did. So,
Do you think that was a defining moment in your race?
The decision, you mean?
yeah, I think it took like some level-headed of like somewhat of confidence to like back my run, and I hadn't talked about it a lot, but I really focused on my run probably the most of any sport this build. So I knew like I was going to be on for a good one, and so that I really took my time through like the last 2 aid stations, grabbed the electrolytes, water, extra gels, and just kept slamming it, preparing for the run.
We've got to get onto his run gel thing later.
Yeah. And then even though you said you felt really rubbish on the bike, how do you have that faith that your run legs were going to be there? And, you know, let Fred go. How do you still hold that faith?
Yeah, I talked to Sean, my coach, this morning actually, and it's like for the last like 2-3 years of my career, I've been so insecure on the bike. Like, oh, I have to catch up because I've put all this time and energy on the bike, and then my run has just kind of subsided. But now, like, I'm balancing all 3 sports well. I'm running well again. This picture. And now I've ran for so long that like I feel like I can recover while I'm running. Like, no matter how bad I feel on the bike, I can just get onto the run. It's slower. It's easy for me. I just run my pace. Like, I don't run too hard, and I can recover while I'm running, if that makes sense.
Does that resonate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like my legs can be blown to pieces, and I get on the run, and it's like I'm just waking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know I do. And I think that's maybe hard for some people to understand, but I think
Yeah, it might sound
people will
weird.
feel, yeah.
But yeah,
it's the
just,
control of like taking a breath. And
Yep, and then like if I would need to walk an aid station real quick and get some extra fuel, it's so hard to do that on the bike. So
I think it's something that most age groupers would find that's so alien to like me and probably to Kyle. This notion that because once it starts to go bad, it just gets worse. But I think some pros in particular, I think you two are really good examples. You are kind of thoroughbred like runners in a way. Like, you're very economical. You would have to say your run economy is both probably really, really high, that you can actually recover whilst running at that sort of pace. It's something that is unique in the pro field. I don't think.
Yeah, no.
well, I think it's also smart too that I looked at actually on Slow Twitch this morning when I was looking. I can't fact check this, but someone on Slow Twitch said I ran 1:17:20 the first half and then 1:18:20 the second half. So like it's pretty damn near perfect. So yeah, if you pace it correctly, I feel like, yeah, you can quote unquote recover a bit, especially the first 10K of the run. But I mean, if you're going out in 114, 113 through the 21K mark,
which you've done
I've gone out on 112 before. Like, it's really hard to recover at running 112 through an Ironman split.
You asked that with the even split queen here. Kat would be mortified with a minute out. I mean, yesterday was a bit, but her Kona first half, second half, there was like a 1 second difference.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, within a minute, I was, wow.
I mean, for you, Trevor, I will say we had a really funny thing. I was on the phone to Pat Lemieux, who's not on the show today, whilst you were coming on the bike, and he's like, bro, please, just first things anyone says to Trevor is like calm, because he was desperate to see you do well. Yeah. He was like, just calm, steady, don't go out too hard. And Kyle was texting him at the same time, telling Pat, yeah, he's got to go with KB. Yeah. You got to put down a data point, etc. And Pat was losing his mind.
I was trying to get Pat riled up. It's usually pretty hard to do, but I was able to get him wound up on that one.
I love that.
So,
if you know me, you know I'm hugely passionate about riding my bike. And if I've got to ride my bike all day, there's one thing I've got in my pockets: precision fuel and hydration. Whether it's the 30-gram carb gel with 100 milligrams of caffeine or the 60-gram chew bar that I'm bringing with me, these things are the absolute best. Precision Fuel and Hydration is the global partner of Ironman for hydration this year, so you can see them at all locations in aid stations. Look, whether they're fueling world champions or just age groupers like me, Precision Fuel and Hydration has your back. Please go check them out for yourself. I absolutely recommend you get the 30-gram carb gel. I've had zero stomach issues with these, whether I'm doing a super intense ride or a long base ride. These things hit the spot just great. Can't wait for you to try them out yourself and let me know what you think. Are you like me, where you're struggling to think of what you're going to cook for dinner tonight? Yeah, that's a real bummer. But I'll tell you what isn't a bummer. These pots and pans from Caraway that I'm cooking on. Holy smokes. Non-stick, no chemicals. These things are the absolute best. Whether I'm doing a stir fry or eggs in the morning, these pans are truly amazing. Look, I got some competitor pans for Christmas. They do not hold a candle to these things. I absolutely love my Caraway pans. They look amazing. The quality of them is incredible. Go on to carawayhome.com, look for yourselves, use code PTN at checkout for a small discount, and please let me know what you think.
What do Lucy Charles Barclay, Magnus Ditlev, Holly Lawrence, Rudy Von Berg, Sam Long, Trevor Foley, Morgan Pearson, Gwen Jorgensen, and yours truly all have in common? That's right. We are all riding Wove saddles, baby. These saddles have been a complete game changer for me. I used one for the very first time back in March last year, and I was absolutely blown away at how comfortable my bike riding has now become. I'm not saying that you're going to have the same benefit that I have, but take it from me, I'm now an investor in Wove saddles. These things are incredible. They've got 3 models that I think you should check out. They've got a V8 and M8 that are primarily used for triathlon, and the Mags, which is primarily used for road and gravel. I'm an absolute huge fan of this Boulder-based company. Give it a try for yourself. Check them out and let us know what you think.
Let's finish up. So T2, Kyle Smith had about a 5-6 minute gap on the big part of the field. Fred Funk was about 3 minutes, but no one was bringing back any time early on in the run for that. Trevor, you pretty much went to the front of your guys' group, and then everyone else from the group kind of just went backwards.
From my group I came off the bike with, yeah. And then it was like the big chasing group of LaCour, Moody, Hansen that were charging. Yeah.
And then Kyle Smith started to fade lap 3. Is that when you caught him?
When I started lap 3, I probably had 20, just like 25-year-olds jump in the middle of the street right in front of me saying, "He's blown! He's done! He's walking!" And it like low-key fired me up. And I was like, hell yeah.
So then coming up the out and back section and then coming up the hill, that's when you kind of started leading the race.
Yep, I hit a really dark path. I can tell.
Right, right. This is so, because Trevor told us this last night. Would you ever do this, Kat, before he tells the story?
Never.
Right, go on. So you hit a dark patch.
Yeah, so real quick, like when I leave transition, I have a little Ziploc baggie of like 4 sponsor correct Z2 gels, and then probably like 20 salt stick pills that I take. And it's
20.
like, yeah, like, and just like enough to get through at least like 90 minutes of the run. And I took all that. I was a good athlete. And then I just started seeing stars around 15 miles. And I'm either going to walk and get last place, or I'm going about to house this aid station and throw up. Like either way, I'm done. So I might as well. I take literally 10 salt pills in my mouth, swallow with water. I take 7 Morton gels. Bam, 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 bam.
7 Morton gels in one
And
sitting.
then, and these are the 100 gels. These aren't the Morton 160s. And so the small guys. And then just a shit ton of Coke. And I kind of just walked it real quick. And you give it 5-6 minutes, it hits the dome, and I just felt I felt fine, because then at that point, I see Kyle like on the hill. This is 5 minutes after taking the massive like lunch break, and I'm fired up. And then I saw Soph. I was like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm good.
And that was the Morton move that happened.
That was a great joke from Carl last night. That's what a Morton move is.
Yeah.
But that must be like 1,000 calories in one sitting.
I am, for one reason or another, I'm just blessed with, I could eat a steak dinner and go rip a 10-mile tempo. Like it's just great. Like I could.
Well, your partner Sophie described your stomach as his stomach's just a trash dumpster.
Yeah, yeah. Like I like in training sometimes too. Like if you do a big bike to a run or something, yeah, I could house like 4 gels and just be completely fine.
But just to clarify, since you finished the race, I've never seen anyone eat more professionally than you have.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Protein, carbs, chicken straight away. You know, cherry juice. You're on it. I'm learning.
Yeah, and I'm allowing myself 2 days to drink normal Powerade. The last 2 months I've done sugar-free. Can't drink the calories. So
Can't drink the calories.
Down 15 pounds from last year.
Me and Kat
might be controversial to say, but
me and Kat actually have this thing. I mean, that's controversial. It shouldn't be controversial.
Well, no, it shouldn't be controversial.
It's part of professional sport.
This is my job. This like. It's math, right? Like the lighter you are, the faster you're going to be. Don't be a freaking idiot and lose 100 pounds. But like there's a point that I need to be at to run and execute my race really well, and I'm at that. I just kind of let myself go a little bit last year.
Can I clarify the statement? Because I always say this. By lighter you are, the faster you're going to be, you mean everything else being equal, as in health, etc. The lighter you are, the faster you're going to be.
Yeah.
Because that's what's missed. Like, because obviously people think they're going to get lighter is faster, and then then other things start to fail. But as long as those things aren't failing,
100%.
it's just basic. Right, perfect.
And so before you grab the finish tape, you did have a little bit of a run battle with Matt Hansen and Pierre Lecour where they were coming back.
Well, I was going to say,
he
ran into traffic on the road with annoying women.
So what happened when I overtook Kyle Smith as we ended the third lap? So we had 10 Ks to go. Hansen was 31 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Pierre was 40 seconds behind. I mean, and Moody was still within a minute. I mean, everyone was right there. And I told Soph, I said, Soph, I'm going to run 2:34, but if these guys beat me, like, I don't know what else to do. And then I caught Kat. Now, I saw Mark, and he's like yelling at me all day. And he's like, all right, use Kat. And I was like, all right. And so I run up on Kat's hip, and she's like, you're amazing. Like, wow, like this is unbelievable. And I'm like, huh? And then I'm like, yeah, sorry, Kat, I'm going to take the tangent here. You get to run on my left shoulder. So I'm taking the shortest way through the aid through the sidewalk. And then poor thing, I cut her off through the aid station. I don't think she got any aid, but I mean, we dropped like a 3-minute 800 in the middle. Like we just started ripping 6-minute pace, and it was pretty sick. And then once I like went through the aid station and became a bit more coherent, like it's one of the coolest things that's like I've done, like running with like the pro female male like leader, and then the female like running side by side. Like I had to have looked super cool.
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it on the broadcast, and like a bunch of pictures and stuff were getting posted about it. Was that the game plan? You wanted to run with the leader anyway.
Yeah, and I'm glad it was you, Trevor. No, I thought, like, why not? And to be fair, it was actually Mark egging me on. He was like, use each other, help him out. So it gives me a lot of like happiness helping other people generally.
And we passed out little Win Republic like stand like the hype ladies or whatever right there, and they were like, oh my gosh, and they're just going crazy.
Between those two splits, you were 45 seconds ahead of Pierre Lecour, and then after that split you were 1:05, and it was job done.
Yeah, I mean we took off for a second. Yeah. Great.
And then you just railed it home, you know. But then I saw you on that last hill. You were cramping.
Dude, my hands
it was gone.
Trying to convulge up that last hill, which it happens a lot, just like the end of an Ironman, and I was just fighting it. And you told me, you're like, get to the top of the hill, and I got to the top of the hill, and I ended up just running down fine. But yeah, it was hurting.
I think this run course, I underestimated it because the 70.3 Worlds, half marathon was sort of like fine.
Yeah.
But the hills on the marathon,
On the third and fourth
Whoa.
loop, like I thought it was going to be a lot faster, whatever, easier than it was going to be. But like that long hill at the back, like the U-turn and stuff, like it got hard the third and fourth lap.
Yeah. You ended up grabbing the finish tape. First American to win here since Tim DeBoom back in 1999. Second place, Pierre Lecour on debut. Got his Kona slot. Matt Hansen, third place. Huge result for him. Fastest run split of the day, 2:34.49. And Jack Moody getting the other Kona slot in fourth place, 2:37.39.
So before we move on to the women, should we just rip through some of the other people and what our thoughts on it? It's probably me and you mainly will lead on this, Kyle, if it's any of the negative stuff, because we don't want to get pro athletes drawn into talking about each other. But there are some, huge positives, right?
Yeah.
Pierre Lecour, what a wonderful debut. He kind of lived up to what I expected of him. He ran brilliantly. He rode better than I thought he would. He swam exactly how we thought he would. He paced the marathon real well. Like he had a tiny fade at the end, but not really.
No.
With a brilliant run, all round, excellent Ironman debut.
And one of those athletes that now is like moved over completely from short course after his fourth place at the Olympics. Now someone that's going to be probably a factor at 70.3 and probably Ironman World Championship later this year.
He has the pedigree for it.
Yeah.
And I just thought he executed a really, really sensible race for a debut. You know, like, and when you speak to the guy, his English isn't great, but he just seems quite mature and level-headed. So it's exactly...
And super nice.
Yeah, super nice. It's exactly what I expected of him.
Yeah.
Matt Hansen, for me, was the...
Chapeau of the day.
Chapeau of the day. I mean, Trevor probably does deserve it on the men's side, but let's give it to Matt Hansen because he's had a long career.
Yeah.
He's an absolute top bloke. He's had some bad results. He's had some good results. He's never really ridden like that with the front of the group so aggressively. Well, not for a very long time.
Right.
You said he had a fastest bike split in some race you did.
Yeah, at North American Champs 2022. Chattanooga.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got this rep of being a bad rider for a few years of it.
Yeah.
But
and now he's self-coached this year, going into what may be his either final season or final seasons.
Yeah, so chapeau of the day for him. Jack Moody, man, he took off at the start of that run fast, didn't he?
You're sprinting.
It was so
Sprinting.
fast. I mean, I think he maybe overdid it a little bit there. I will say, or in general, I thought he was better than I was expecting.
Yeah,
I thought he might be one of the down under athletes that crumbled a bit.
Yeah,
but
he was the top Kiwi.
Yeah, he's top Kiwi. Got a Kona slot, which is 2 big goals for him knocked out. I talked to him after the race, and he was like, "I just need a big break." So after winning Challenge Wanaka a couple weeks ago,
Yeah, I think he told me at coffee this morning he's going to do
fourth
Cairns
this one.
next.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Huge.
right. Yeah, good for him.
Mike Phillips, 5th place. 6th place, Christian Blumenfeld.
What did Mike Phillips run?
2:46.54.
Yeah, I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with the day.
Yeah.
He didn't really feature like an athlete like him can expect to.
Yeah, especially as a past 3-time winner here.
Yeah, like he was in the pack on the bike. He never really seemed to drill it.
Yeah.
And then his run was just like maybe 6 minutes off where he's done here before. So, I mean, it's solid all-round performance, but not what you would expect from Mike Phillips. KB. Now, we've underestimated how ill he'd been in the few days before.
Yeah, he was super sick this week. Not to like make excuses or anything like that. Like super sick leading into this race, and then took a day off, which most people know. Like for Christian to take a day off is gonna take a lot. So,
but then what I really like, so then his bar falls off on the bike, right?
Yeah.
Absolute fiasco. He'd had them tightened and adjusted the day before.
Yep.
By a random mechanic in town, and I'm guessing just no thread lock. So he lost his basic computer and his bar. He could lean on it, but when you speak to him afterwards, he's just not using it as an excuse. He was like, I could get on with it pretty well. Like I was on the bar, it was fine. I don't think I lost that much from it. The reality is you lose loads from it.
yeah.
But Christian's not using. He's like, I was just a bit under the weather still. I just didn't have it. How many people would...
You're pretty good at guessing this. Like how many watts do you think you lost probably on the bike from losing the aero bar?
I don't know. I couldn't guess like the sustained watts, because even once he's gone stable again and he's kind of on it, it's still not ideal, right?
Yeah.
And at that pace, he's still losing power.
And you're still wasting energy trying to balance.
Twisted.
I think emotional energy for most people that would be so challenging that you would drain yourself emotionally.
Yeah.
For 160k. And also, you're having a bad day. Your bike's fallen apart. You've won an Olympic gold. You've won WTCS series. You've won 70.3 worlds. You've won the Ironman World Champs. But you still tap it in. You said you were really impressed by that, Trevor.
Yeah, just like I haven't to put his ego aside like that and just go compete for 140 miles and just. I mean, we saw him on the first lap. He was walking.
He was going backwards fast.
I think he came back alive like the final 2 laps. But
Yeah.
it's just like someone you want to look up to. Like I want to be like that, where it's just like. He doesn't give a fuck about what anyone thinks.
No.
Probably
He did the same thing in Oceanside last year. He sat on the side of the road for 15 minutes and then
And they
goes
ran a
and bangs out a
1:07.
run 06.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
It's all, like it's just a champion's mindset. But I mean, that's why he's maybe the
It's
GOAT.
kind of why he's the people's favourite, right? You see the
100%.
queues for autographs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he dabbed me up at the finish. He said, "Great work, shit luck." That's what he told me.
Yeah.
It's like hell yeah.
Yeah, top bloke. Freddie Funk just sacked it in.
DNF. I think he posted on his Instagram that he's
So
not proud of pulling out, but the plan was always to step out of the race if it was no longer in contention for a Kona slot.
So how do you feel about that? Because
I'm not into it.
you're not into it.
I'm not into finishing for the sake of finishing if you're a pro athlete and you're injured and it's really going to affect you. I'm not into like walking 30k on an injury, right? But I'm not
It's like I see. It's like okay, yeah, like you're not gonna hit the Kona slot. You're gonna run 3 hours, pull out, prep for Texas. Like I see. I'm like cool. Like makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. For me, it's just a really long way to come.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of like my normal American race where it's like a 2-hour flight and it's like not going well. Like there's one next week.
Yeah, he's on the other side of the world from Germany.
And if he goes to South Africa, bags a KQ swap.
He did do Challenge Wanaka.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
If he goes to South Africa and grabs a spot there, well, great decision.
Perfect.
Good for
Yeah,
you, mate.
exactly.
100%. It's one of those decisions we'll be able to judge later on.
Yeah.
But
fair.
yeah, I mean, whatever.
Kyle Smith, what do you make of he ended up getting 11th place on the day? I mean, raced super brave.
Like I said earlier, it was magnificent to watch. I mean, I was happy to see Trevor win. I'd be happy to see Matt Hansen win. I'd have been really happy as well to see Kyle Smith win.
Yeah.
I think he overdid it and it just caught up with him.
Yeah.
Like it does.
Yeah.
And you can feel great until you don't. And he really didn't. But he soldiered it in.
Yeah.
Love Kyle Smith. Home crowd. What a ride.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Excited to see him racing Kona.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Eventually. Once he gets his slot.
Yeah.
So should we get on to the women's race?
I reckon so.
We got enough from the men's race. Women's race, the swim was led out by Fenella Langridge. Good to see her returning to full Ironman distance racing. She had with her Lottie Wilms and Becca Clark and Hannah Berry. Great swim for her. A bit of a gap, about 2.5 minutes to Katrina Matthews, and some others kind of further
Regan
down the
Hollyoak
list.
was with Kat when you got out of the swim.
And I think the front pack was a tiny bit bigger. Was it?
Yeah, there was one other athlete. Yeah.
Hannah Knighton.
Or her?
She was in the middle.
Yeah, and then how far back was Tamara Jewett? She had a real good swim.
She was 3:40-ish.
Yeah, so she was only like a minute down on Kat out of the water, she's a good swimmer. She's had some really good swims in the past. That's much more like a bit of an old Tamara Jewett and makes her quite dangerous at that point in the race.
Yeah.
Because the others have to think about getting onto her. They tapped out onto the bike. The front group sort of split up slightly, and Hannah Berry dropped her chain quite early on, having made a move. She had a 30-second gap and dropped her chain. I have a theory that she's got too big a gap between the chain ring sizes. I think she's running like a 38 and like a 58, but that's a total guess just looking at how the space in the rings. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a bit mechanical. She then got closed down again by Lottie, and Rebecca Clark was there still.
Yep.
The others had started to drift backwards, and then I saw through the first time split Kat had not caught them at all. I thought, oh. And then I saw her at the top of the hill, and looks like you went ripping, Kat.
Well, I can't offer any more than the tracker. Sorry. I rode to the plan, which was catch as quick as possible, but I didn't overdo it. I didn't go a bit crazy, and I think Mark sort of was like egging me on to go a bit hard.
Yeah.
And I just focused on a heart rate target, and yeah, I don't think it was anything special.
Not a power target. You just focus on a heart rate target.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the plan was to catch as fast as possible, right?
Yes, and I was really surprised I was really happy to see that first time gap. There was only a few minutes.
And you caught him around what, 40K? 30K?
Yeah, something like that. 40K. There's like a little bridge before the little tiny dogleg.
Yeah. And then you made a move to the front of the group? Or did you just
Yeah, I actually
hang out?
bought the back of the group and I was like, sweet. Like, I can't believe it's so early.
Yeah.
In my head was I always like to picture the worst case scenario. So Mark was like 30K and I said 130K before the race. So yeah, catching them around 40, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. And I've still got the fun bit of the race to go. But then I was like, well, this can't be the front. So I can't just sit here just in case, because I wasn't sure how many people.
Yeah.
And then so I went straight to the front thinking that maybe Hannah was further in front, and actually she was the front rider. So I was like, oh, sweet. But then I just felt good at that point. I thought, well, if I have caught them this quickly, I can't sit in this. I need to keep pushing on the front.
And what was the ride like? Was it pretty consistent with all 4 of you guys the whole rest of the way?
Yeah, sure.
One of you has to egg this because it's her husband grilling her questions on this bike. Like,
Okay, I feel like I wanted to sit at the front more.
Yeah.
And there were periods where I was there for a long time.
Yeah.
I think Race Ranger helped and challenged the dynamic slightly, because there was a few times where it was me, Hannah and Lotta.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit frustrated, and we've talked about it afterwards, like with Lotta coming through, but then putting in a best effort to come through because she'd hit red, and then not holding the same intensity. So everyone was then challenged to either concertina back 40 meters or, you know, have to do something about it. So it was, the dynamic did get broken up a little bit. But that's maybe for a hot take.
I think there is something with the ref that Lotta didn't deserve this. I'm not stressing this, but
No.
so Lotta's hitting the red because it's just a bit of an awkward course. So she comes through and then slows down.
Yeah.
If an athlete repeatedly does that, I feel like the referee
Is that
needs
blocking?
to say something. No, I'm not saying in this scenario
Yeah,
they should have
no.
done, but they need to say something to them.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is just deliberately slowing the race down. Because what do? If an athlete overtakes you, puts the brakes on, imagine you've got a teammate up the road, right?
Yeah.
So imagine Trevor's riding with Casper, KB's up the road, and Casper comes past him, taps the brakes. Trevor has to go all the way back to then all the way forward.
Yeah.
It's actually a really effective way to disrupt a group. Or if you're in a group and you're actually really struggling with the pace.
You go to the front, hit the brakes, and you can recover for almost a minute.
Yeah.
Before someone can attack it you again.
I've seen, it's happened to me before, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, people just go around me because I'm fucking drilling it, and it's probably not that hard to go around, or 12 meters, and you just hit the brakes. And again, rules are, it's my responsibility to make rearward progress. So by the time I go 12 meters back, get in the orange, overtake him again, that could be north of 45
We just made it
seconds.
one episode into the season, and I'm like, all right, new rule for this year.
I heard-
We need a brake check rule in the Ironman rulebook going forward.
I think
I went to Frankfurt 2024. Someone told me that the reason Laidlow got a penalty in the Ironman that he did, the Pro Series that he got disqualified on,
Victoria Gustave?
is because someone brake checked him and then drilled it out of the draft zone, and then Laidlow couldn't get around.
Wow.
That is exactly what happened in Victoria.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
interesting.
we were there.
But like, if I wanted to give someone a penalty, it would actually be very easy to hit my brakes, have someone go on the red. I do 800 watts, get away, and then you have a penalty. That's not fair.
And that's what the refs are there for, and that's why we need them.
Yeah, so I think I don't think it's a rule change. I think it's just an education piece to refs. And
Common
the refs
sense.
are getting better and better. And if you have refs that are integral to the sport and understand the sport, they just witness that.
Oh, it's
They
great.
have
Like it's like the center line rule. Like, you could get a yellow card, a blue card, disqualification, or no call at all. Like, I crossed the center line yesterday.
Disqualified.
Five times.
Outrageous. Get off the show.
Right in front of the ref, just for like a second, because it was funny because the ref was driving next to me, blowing her whistle at the age groupers, and so and waving her arm, and instead of the age groupers going to the left, they came over to the ref to talk to her, and then so then I crossed the center line, and I'm like, great, this is awesome, but like, obviously I'm not going to get disqualified. Like, I'm just moving over for safety.
Right.
So.
Yeah, good call. And the same happened to me. And
Yeah.
I thought the refs yesterday were excellent. I actually,
great.
on this note, I think they had a little word with Lotta to talk about it during the race. So again, like, they're trying to control the race. I thought
That's
it was
great.
really good.
Yeah.
But if we go into the Race Ranger as a hot take, is it? Maybe?
Should we do it now? Yeah, come on, then we'll get back to the women's race.
Yeah. Hot take was, so Race Ranger now with the Ironman changing the draft zone to 20 meters. We're now red from 0 to 20 meters, and then the light is blue from 20 meters to 22 meters, and then it is orange from 22 meters to 25 meters. So the hot take is...
I think the orange or the blue, whatever, one of them needs to be longer. Because riding yesterday, it seemed like it was either, I guess it's blue, whatever, for like half of a second. And then I would go to orange and there'd be nothing. Like, we're used to riding 12 meters to 17 meters, so that's 5 meters. And now we only have like 2 meters of blue. Does that make sense? Like, so it happens very quickly, and I didn't really think of it. Like, I obviously was noticing it in the race, when then Jack Moody brought it up to me at coffee this morning. Was like, oh, I think it needs to be like longer, and I was like, oh yeah, it's because I was either riding at no light or like bumping into red and having to pass Fred.
And I think that's exactly what
if that makes sense.
Yeah, the problems with what we were saying about, you brought up the new rule thing. Like, if somebody's having to put in a massive effort, if you don't know whether they've just rolled accidentally into the red, and they are literally at their absolute capacity, and that's why they're, let's quote, brake checking. They're not
totally
they're just absolutely spent. So I think it's one, like, reading the road better. Like, that's a skill.
It's a skill to ride. Like,
ahead.
I probably just suck at riding 22.5 meters behind perfectly in the blue. But like, it would just be nice to have a few more meters of each color, just to play around with a bit.
So you
more.
think having, maybe it goes to 30, and then it's 20 to 25 is blue and 25 to 30 is orange?
Yeah, just to have a bit more time in the colors. You know what I mean? I think that would be nice.
It
would be easier. It could be done without it, but I'm just whatever.
I think we were suggesting that you actually need to like maybe keep the blue the same, because that's the point of danger. So as soon as you see any,
you're dicing at blue.
You have to like either be ready to go past, or you got to start getting backwards. But then stretch the orange out to like 30. It might reduce this. Anyway, this is quite an early, nuanced topic, but it's a really good suggestion that you both made this morning.
Yeah.
Did you see? That Dallas next week is having Race Ranger, not Pro Series race is having Race Ranger.
That's cool.
This episode of Pro Tri News is brought to you by Rythm Health, the monthly at-home blood test designed for people who actually want to understand their body and not guess about it. Here's the truth. Most athletes get their blood done once, maybe twice a year, and that leaves huge gaps in understanding what's really going on internally. Rythm helps fixes that and sends you a simple, at-home test every single month. No lab visits, no big needles, just a quick sample at home, and then you mail it back. Within days, you'll get a full digital report with insights on the things that matter most to triathletes: hormones, recovery markers, inflammation, iron levels, metabolic health, all those things that quickly can derail your training if you're not tracking it. Because it's monthly, you can actually see the trends over time, so that way you can adjust your training and nutrition and recovery before the small issues become big ones. So take control of your health and performance and the data that actually matters. Head to the link in the show notes to learn more. All right, Kyle Glass here with Pro Tri News. A product that I want to talk about real quick is something we've been a long time fan of with Pillar Performance, whether it's the Ultra Immune C to keep yourself from getting sick, or the triple magnesium to help yourself go to sleep and recover better. Something that I've specifically have enjoyed over the last couple months in training in the lead up for Ironman New Zealand has been the collagen repair. Over the years, I've had off and on flare-ups from my IT bands from either overuse or just doing a session a little bit too hard. And this tendon repair and ligament product has kind of revolutionized the way I've been able to train and stay healthy in this build. So if you want to try a product like this, visit pillarperformance.com and try out that collagen repair. Yeah.
So then the women's race rolled in. You had movers in the field. Tamara Jewett started riding really well to start with. She actually didn't lose that much time in the early half.
I definitely, when we got to the 40k bit, when I caught the group, to hear that she was only I saw her on the turnaround, the dog leg, 5 minutes. I was like, oh, sugar, we need to keep working on this.
Yeah, because she's a threat, right?
Kat's really looking out for our YouTube algorithm.
The sugar. Trevor's blown it. He's sworn loads of times.
No, I thought it was a safe space. Mark, that's all Mark does.
Yeah, it's a safe space. Oh, we're not doing visuals, so this is safe. Anyway, so Tamara had a pretty good ride and then faded towards the back end. Danielle Lewis was quite a big mover on the bike. She had one of the faster bike times of the day. Kind of rode herself up the field. It looked a little bit like Lottie was hanging on a bit on the bike, and then Hannah was fairly comfortable in that group working with you girls. And then the other people, Regan Holyoke actually had a pretty poor start to the bike. Then she rallied for a while.
Yep.
And then she dropped off fairly significantly. So the start of the run saw
Hannah Berry hit the bike, end of the bike first, and then Katrina Matthews start the run first. Kat had about a 30-second lead on Hannah Berry going out, and Lottie Wilms, who were kind of together, and then a 5-minute gap on Regan Holyoke, 13 minutes on Danielle Lewis, and roughly 21 minutes on Tamara Jewett.
And then the run from that point onwards, I mean, I think in a way it was lucky we had a really dynamic men's race because the women's race was sort of to form in a way. Kat ran... Well, did you run hard?
You had to have run hard the first lap. You were flying when I saw you the first lap.
I ran what didn't feel like hard. I was well under. I was in zone. Like
Say it.
You look good. You were cooking.
I was very comfortable, and my heart rate was low.
Nice.
But it did feel awkward on my legs. You know that like off the bike.
And it got warm out there.
Yeah. But it was still fast, sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second lap, I all faded already. And you just lose time through the aid stations as you start paying more attention to it, don't you? And then I tried to just like focus on, you know, when are the boys catching? I ran with Kyle for a bit, ran with you for a bit. And then I was like, oh, still a lap to go. But by that point, you know, you're sort of safe.
Hannah Berry was pretty comfortable in second. Lottie was sort of holding her for a while, but then Hannah got the job done, kind of ran solo the whole time, as did Lottie. So the front three women just had solo runs for the full run. The interesting person that was shifting on the run was Tamara Jewett.
Yep.
2:42 I saw. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I stand by this, Trevor, though. It's quite easy to run really fast when you push 150 watts.
I could run, whatever, 10 minutes faster if I biked. Like, yeah, but still a really good run.
I mean, it's an incredible run.
Yeah.
And it took her all the way up to fourth place. For a while, it looked like she was going to get Lottie Wilms as well to take her to third.
Yeah.
Yeah, she only was like a minute 20 come the end.
Wow.
So she really shifted up the field. All in all, I thought it was actually a really good performance.
It was really good. Yeah, very good
her
performance.
half marathon splits by chance.
I don't. I think they were pretty even because she was kind of on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was pretty even.
So the women are much
122,
The women are much more even than the boys.
Well, they're just more sensitive.
122, and 242. So she ran negative split.
Wow. I mean, the guys are like
But when you speak to the women,
Awesome.
Trevor, they're like physiotherapists, lawyers, doctors, stuff like
Yeah.
that. When you speak to the boys, it's like they're fucking Lionel Sanders and Trevor Foley.
Blue collar boys.
I love Lionel. My dog.
Yeah. So that's why I think you get the even. So it's just literal brain volume is what it is, mate.
In the end, we had Katrina Matthews win the race, get 5,000 points. Second place, Hannah Berry. Third place, Lottie Wilms. And fourth place, Tamara Jewett. Those four got Kona slots. Lottie already had hers, and so did Danielle Lewis in fifth. So the last slot rolled down to sixth place for Regan Holyoke today.
So a run course record for Tamara Jewett. Like another sort of top 10 fastest Ironman splits of all time by a female. She's got a couple in there now. Kat Matthews' best course
Record by 12 minutes over Chelsea Sodaro back in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slightly different course. And also, obviously, Hannah and Lotte would have got that course record as well. And nearly Tamara as well. So
yeah. No course record for you, Trev. Did you not care about that, or?
I didn't really care, and then I found out that the bike course is way harder now. So it's like, it's course record, dude. Chill.
Yeah, fine. I think
you saying the girls like massively overachieved.
Exactly.
What's
but
Kat-
also, it's like, I mean, I think Mark tells it, like, who cares about times?
No, I don't.
Like, it's fun, but like,
I say it because we do a podcast. Honestly, I don't
It's
actually
a kind
care.
of nice benchmark. It is.
it's nice benchmark for somewhere like Kona, where it's like the same course all the time. But like, if the course like Chattanooga, it's like it was a different bike course last year. This is a different bike. Like, it's so hard to say.
Conditions.
Yeah.
First Ironman at 20 meters. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts.
I'm a fan.
What was your favorite part?
When I was on the front, I didn't get distracted by knowing people behind were having an easier ride. I felt everyone was working hard, and at the times when it was challenging, you could feel like you weren't just being dragged along. You were still working hard too.
Yeah.
I just felt overall honest. I think someone said earlier, and I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Jimmy said that to me actually. Jimmy Riccatello was down here. He said honest. That was the word he was using, and then he explained
Not
very
fair.
deliberately not fair, because fair implies that it was unfair before, which we've explained in great detail why it wasn't. But honest kind of gives this like it's your work effort that you're putting in.
Especially this race. I was talking to Lionel this morning about the road, like with the road conditions, how bumpy it was. Like even at 12 meters, you're probably getting very little draft anyway, just because the roller consistency is so high, and 20 meters, I mean, nothing. So it was nice.
It was funny. This is a funny story. I was talking to Jimmy about this, and he did bring up the fairness versus honest, and he was like, "Well, you think that I'm just going to go be like, I can't be an NBA basketball player? That's not fair." I'm 5'6".
Yeah, he said that to me. The hoop should be 6 foot.
The hoop should be 6 foot.
Like that.
That'd
would
be
the-
more
that's
fair.
the
And I'm like,
same argument,
that's
right?
Yeah.
It was nice he was here.
Yeah, it was really nice. I'm glad that he was here. Also, just to
For sure.
instruct everyone in everything that's going to happen with the new rules. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be there next week at Dallas too, just to make sure that everyone understands like this is 20 meters
are
now.
all normal professional races having a race ranger now?
Not all, most.
But
I believe was
we'll
the
get to all, like one day.
yeah
But most. That's awesome.
yeah.
So going through some of the women, Kat, happy?
Yep, successful trip.
And how do you feel for Geelong? Was this a big load compared to other Ironmans? What we're saying?
I think it was a big load for where I'm at in training at the moment. Perfectly adequate. And I don't know how my body's going to feel in a few days, but today it feels optimistic.
I would say you're walking better than I'm used to seeing you. You're less needy today than you are after some Ironman races.
We've got no niggles, which is unusual.
Yeah, that is good. And skin health is another thing that people don't really talk about in an Ironman. Like if you get horrendous chafes,
Yeah.
saddle sores, cuts and stuff, to then turn around to race in a couple of weeks is actually really brutal. So that's a nice place to be. Going down, Hannah Berry's got to be happy with that.
Yep.
I think deep down she knew that it was a big ask to win the race, but taking a pretty solid second place, good points. She didn't lose that much time.
Yep.
Still scored 2,590 or something. So good point, 4,590. Lottie Wilms again, Kona slot stamped, good Kona points,
Yep.
didn't get ran down. Tamara Jewett again happy with the race. I think Regan Hollyoak's probably a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
She was one of the names.
No, Regan got the last slot.
She got the last slot. She was
Pretty
amped.
Disappointed, yeah.
She was amped at the awards.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw her last night and she just seemed, she was a bit like, meh. But okay, cool.
Maybe a sort of personal, but on reflection, like I think Kona qualification at this stage of the year is the prime
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah.
Right.
2 DNFs, Maya Stage and Steph Clutterbuck.
Well, there's Steph from that's obviously on the show, so people will be more interested.
Moving on
Yeah.
onto a more positive note, Jocelyn McCauley finishing and announcing her pregnancy.
#pregnant.
Oh, she
Jocelyn
announced
McCauley.
it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, or we're breaking the news, but either way.
No, it's on Instagram.
Okay, good.
Me and Carl were sat on the curb, right, Trev, and Jocelyn just is walking past, and I was like,
What are you doing?
Jocelyn, what are we doing? And she looked at me, she's like, oh, I don't know. And she was like on lap 1. I think you guys were about to come into the finish. And I don't
Oh, yeah, she cheered us on as we ran by.
She's so
Kat and I were
nice.
together.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
she's
nice.
sweet.
But what was her time?
11 hours and 13 minutes. That's a long day
Joss-
What was
for
her run?
Jocelyn.
Oh, it was the.
4:45.
Oh, she also had a puncture as well.
Yeah.
That she just sat by the road with for
15
ages.
minutes
for
or something.
15.
But she's not going to be racing for a while, so that's great
Yeah.
for her. And that's pretty much what she said. She was like, I don't know when I'm going to be racing again. So
Yeah, and Steph just had some issues at the start of the swim, just some of the recurring health stuff. Got back riding, got super dizzy on the bike, called it a day. And Maya Stage dropped on the run, but I'm not sure. I don't know if she was run healthy to start with, but whatever.
yeah, fair.
Right, hot takes, race summit. Broadcast.
You're good about 20 meters?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's good. Great.
Cool.
Awesome.
Broadcast.
Broadcast
This is feedback
was-
from Pat. Yes, all right, they missed the start of the men's race. And it does feel like the first race of the season is always going to have some issues they did last year. And yes, they did miss the swim start of the men's race. But from what I've saw of the broadcast and what Pat has reflected on, it being on YouTube, easy to access for everyone.
Yeah.
Super positive.
How was the live chat? Was it cool?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
You being able to
just
talk
fun
to
to
people and
interact
everything like
like
that.
that,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah, the live chat was good on YouTube to have that working.
Ironman should have this is a joke, but Ironman should have a segment where like when it gets boring in the middle of the bike or something, like bring on like a live caller. like
What,
the
just a
radio.
fan?
Yeah, like a fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
on the live chat.
As long as it's not Kat's dad, we wouldn't get him off the call.
no, he
That'd
would
be
want to
it.
talk the whole time.
Yeah, John would just dominate. And he's a huge fan of the show.
200
That's awesome.
Anyway, so
There's 255,000 views on the YouTube channel. You can see it.
255.
That's insane.
That is
That's great.
absolutely massive. And then other things that were positive, all the adverts had the coverage running on 2 screens. So there wasn't just an advert. It was an advert with coverage without commentary. Yeah, I thought Will McCloy was really good. I thought he hosted it well. I thought Brinny was good. I think maybe we had too many guest voices on. It was a bit hard to tell who was doing what, and some were a little bit screechy. I would describe it as.
I did like that they had like an alternative commentary team down on the ground with like Haley
and-
Chura
How'd they do?
Tim Reed. I thought they
Haley
were,
was really excited to
yeah.
do it.
And she herself said she's got a lot to learn, but she was really happy with the job. I said good job to her afterwards.
Yeah.
It's hard, because
Oh,
I think
I can't imagine. It's so hard.
Trev, we said this before. Like when me and Kyle did the blooming short course races
Yeah.
for an hour, it was real hard for an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine doing it for 8 hours.
especially like hour 3 of the bike. It's like, wow, Kyle.
It's a long effing day.
It's like,
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
job. Like, it's like, what do you talk about? Like,
Yeah.
Right. I also think there is a time and a place to just show the men's race for a while, or just show the women's race for a while.
Yeah.
And I would suggest the last lap of that race, just show the men's race.
Right.
yeah, for the
'Cause
last
it's
lap of the
super
men's,
close.
yeah, just show.
And I'm,
run.
They kept going back to the women's race whenever we're trying to watch a battle unfold with Matt Hansen, Trevor,
But by the
and
time I finish,
Pierre.
you could or whatever, whoever the winner is, you could easily show the last lap of the women's race too.
Right.
Like, it'd be same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also there'll be times where the women's race is better.
For sure.
If you've got KB just out front, or someone, or Trevor Foley out
Then
front by
swap
6,
it.
then swap it.
Well,
They had a
throw
split
KB in the
screen.
corner.
Why would they need to focus on one? Why can't they have a small?
They could do a split screen.
They could just do the screen, but it's like the commentating and stuff like that. We're back to Lottie Wilms or whatever.
Isn't Kona having, like, there's going to be a girl broadcast and a guy broadcast?
That's a rumor.
Girls and guys broadcast supposedly, and then a central one.
Yeah.
Like there'll be 3.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
2 helicopters in the sky.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So
Right. So that's the coverage. I thought that was really positive.
yeah, there's a lot of people that are still mixed about it. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, you guys need to rail, it's like, bro, it's the first race of the season. Let's see how.
That's a
it
really good
unfolds.
point. Like, yeah, it wasn't perfect, and Will even said, he's got a lot to learn. I think they've made some positive changes, and I'm looking forward to seeing if it improves.
They have some new graphics, it looked like. a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Some of the timing splits are a bit naff. Like we lost Carl Smith off the tracker for a while. There still isn't a live GPS product. I don't know why the athletes had to put
Yes,
timing
what-
chips in their hat.
Yeah, so.
What was that for?
Yeah, why did we
In this,
put
so for the
band
listeners,
on your ankle?
so for the listeners, you had a timing chip, but a normal timing chip in the hat for swimming. I don't really know what that did.
Yeah.
I put mine in the back of I put it in the GPS tracker that Wen makes, or in the back, and then I just took it out. I was running to my bike and then put it in my swim cap. Like, when I set it down.
Speaking of Wim, before we
But
get
those didn't
to
work. You guys didn't have any data.
No, it was nothing. It was pointless.
We had 2. We had one on my ankle as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
speaking of Wim, before we get to hot takes, Trevor, you were a free agent going into this season. What made you decide to go with Win for this upcoming 2026 season?
Because I push a lot of power, and I've never been in the wind tunnel, so the least I could do is ride the fastest kit, save some watts. So, yeah. And I have Sophia and I also have a big age group team, like mainly in America, but all around the world. And as we build that team and community, it's really important for us, like, to make it, all encompassing of a team. Like, we really want to have team kits and shirts and hoodies and all that fun stuff. And Winter Republic is like a really easy option for us. So now all the Foley Athletics people have like sponsor correct kits that are same as mine, purple, white, Win, blah, blah, blah. Super cute, fun. It's awesome.
And if you want to get 15% off Win, visit the show notes and use the link to direct you there.
And Luke McKenzie's actually sat in the house, definitely listening into this. He really needs you to go buy some stuff, because he had to pay out 3 sponsor bonuses yesterday, 2 Ironman wins and a second place with Hannah Berry.
And this sick pad that we've been in all week.
And a house that he's put us up in all week that is extortionate. So yeah, help over to Win for that.
Yeah, this is a really nice spot.
So
And we're not sponsored by them, but On Shoes had a good day as well. Kat Matthews' debut in the Ons with the duck.
And a men podium sweep.
The whole men podium was on. Yeah. Big
That's
day
gnarly.
for them. Yeah.
hot take. Abu Dhabi has just now been postponed for the WTCS for this season. This is
Thank
kind of
you.
like a 2-part thing.
Thank you, USA.
One, is T100 sitting here kicking themselves for going in a gender-only race?
Can I tell you why they are absolutely kicking themselves with a bit of breaking news? T100 are kicking themselves because 70.3 Geelong, Christian Blumenfeld, Yellow Hayden Wild is on the start list. So
Man, I'm glad I didn't take
70.3 Worlds
Go
is
race.
kicking off with, you didn't fancy that.
Hell no, bro.
So they're kicking off that at the same time T100 are doing a women's only race in Gold Coast.
Yeah. Like, also at the same time, like, why didn't T100 raise their hand and be like, oh, we could just move the WTCS race here? Like, that's obviously logistically that would be pretty challenging, but...
Yep. I don't know. I think there was something they could have done with it, but it's a bit of an awkward situation. The whole region's at war. They obviously have to cancel it, and then they are dealing with multiple organisations. T100 don't really run WTCS, even though it's, they're kind of all coming under the umbrella next year. They don't at the moment. So they've kind of got a bit of a rocky start to the season now. The short course do.
So now it seems that Ironman's opened up registration now for maybe Geelong and Oceanside for short course athletes that want to get
I think
That's full, I thought.
Well, maybe they're going to go through the wait
Do you
list.
think Oceanside's full if Hayden Wild and some of these boys want to go do it?
Dude, do not get me started on how certain people should have priority and certain people should. Like, yeah, if you're Hayden Wild and, like, you're a top athlete like that, for sure you should be allowed on the start list, like, whenever you want. Like, yeah, you're going to get canceled by, like, half of
No, we're not.
American pros.
No, God, I don't. But half of the North American pros can't break 6 hours for a 70.3. So, no, Hayden Wild gets the start.
Absolutely.
And their USAT is changing the qualification to be a USA professional athlete. So there's going to be a lot of non-American professional athletes.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be way harder. Like, yeah, we don't need to limit field sizes. We just need to limit professional athlete statuses.
So having just dropped that, Hayden Wild's going to race Geelong. I feel a bit sorry for KB.
Is Hayden Wild racing Geelong?
I've just said it. Hayden Wild's racing Geelong.
5 minutes ago.
Hayden Wild's racing Geelong.
Oh, wow.
I feel a bit sorry for KB. He's just tanked in an Ironman. 2 weeks later, he's going to go get lined up, and they're going to hype it, and then it'll be like, oh, Hayden, like KB gets schooled by XYZ. Now Hayden's
But
clearly.
KB said he's
Dude, imagine if
like,
Matt
obviously-
Hauser also threw up his hand and was like, I'll do a 70.3.
And
or Alex G. Alex G's already down there. They throw their hands up. They're like, I'll do 70.
you know what?
I think KB wins. He recovered from the sickness.
Oh.
He was firing in his YouTube video. He was talking confident. I think he's
Do you know who
had bad luck.
Well, I think he'd
get it
definitely win if Yellow-Geens hadn't chickened out of his first Ironman of the year, dodged New Zealand as he was meant to be doing.
He's racing Texas. He's racing.
Yeah, he's racing Texas. Texas
I
is
don't
more
think you can
stacked.
say- I don't think you
No, he
can say-
chickened out, Trevor.
He didn't want to race you, Trev.
Yeah.
He saw you on the start list,
Bro,
Trevor.
hey,
He was like,
he
nah.
actually gave me a shout out on his podcast.
We really like him. His podcast is great. I'm winding them
It's
up.
Nice.
We hit those,
That's
we
big
hit
news.
those.
Any more hot takes?
Pro Series has to stay down here in New Zealand now.
Well, because Trevor's just told the mayor that he's coming back 12 years in a row. It'd be nice.
Yeah, literally, I talked to the mayor for 10 minutes.
He said he's coming
great.
back for 12 years in a row. So Ironman could really do with this. We would come back every year.
I'd come back every year, but also too, it's so nice to have like an early season March race just to get things started. Like Texas is great, but it's just nice to start things a bit earlier.
Yeah.
It's also like a teaser in. You don't necessarily want to start with the absolute bomb because it gives their media teams time to sort stuff out.
Totally.
It gives the atmosphere to build a little bit. If you started with the start list we've got in Texas, which is basically all the best Ironman athletes in the world minus Sam Laidlow, it's
But
just
then
a bit
also
much.
last year it was a bit. You had like Texas, Cairns, Frankfurt, Placid, all within like 5 weeks of each other.
Yeah.
Now this is much nicer spaced out. So I think it works out better.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other hot takes?
I like that. And it's a beautiful place to come down here to New Zealand. There's more things to do than just triathlon.
Oh, like, aren't you going to a Kiwi sanctuary tonight?
Kiwi Sanctuary. You
What
can
is
go
that?
to
What
the
is that?
spa
Right.
baths.
Kyle is the most bitchwit person I've ever met.
What does that mean?
Whatever.
It means that he just does whatever his missus tells him to do.
Oh,
willingly.
I mean, if
I wouldn't say tells. I'd say like
Demands.
heartedly suggests, and Kyle enthusiastically agrees.
That's true. He is.
I am also ADHD, so I'm like, oh, we get to go do this today? Hell
As
yeah.
long as we can play Fortnite every night next week, I'm good. It's all good.
How do you describe?
It's free from
She's-
2
she's-
until 4 on
She's
Monday
staring at me right
Addy's-
now. She's pissed.
She's throwing darts at us right now.
She is like, there is no
My
Fortnite.
favorite thing that Addy described Kyle as very trainable.
I'm like golden retriever over here.
Trainable.
Right. Any more
Free on Tuesday.
hot takes? Kat, you got any hot takes?
Listener submitted hot take. Kat is the most consistent athlete in the world we've ever seen.
Ooh, hot. Oh, sorry.
Ever seen? It's only been a couple of years.
She's very consistent. That's my favorite trait about you.
Consistent.
But is
You're-
that really like a compliment? Consistent,
think
but can
so.
never win.
You won 7
Win
Ironman.
the world
races.
champs.
All right, you come second at a lot of world champs. But
You've got to find what drives you, right? And I guess right now it's not complimentary to me.
I think it's great. Like I'm not a very consistent person, and I strive to be consistent. Like I think it's great. Like having the names like Christian and all those people that show up every time. Like Magnus. Like I love Magnus. Like every time that guy shows up, he's always going to be a factor. Like, he's just awesome, like, just dialed. And that's how you are. Like, you just show up and you're always in the thick of it.
Okay, well, thank you to a listener and to Trevor.
Hot take, Kat? Do you have one for us and we could talk about?
No, I love the pod.
Oh, I don't have anything at the moment. I've got no.
Trevor, anything else you want to say?
Nah, you already got me in trouble with the start list stuff.
What do you mean?
Bro, I got all these North American guys going to be in my DMs now.
Are you a dweller? Is that going to play on your mind for the next
Nah,
couple
bro.
of days?
No, actually not. But I'm just going to have some guy DM me.
Yeah, but then just reply. You do realise I'm Trevor Foley, mate. Get out my DMs. I'm the Pro Series leader, Trevor Foley. I'm a Pro Series leader, Trevor Foley.
You guys want to tell the people what's next? What are you doing next, Trevor? Have you figured it out yet?
Yeah, I'll probably just do a few local 70.3s, like normal in America, and then build up for Happy Valley and Lake Placid as the next 2 Pro Series races.
Are you going to do a local Olympic distance non-draft race as well?
Chill, bro. I don't know. I will do 70.3 Florida, and you told me Morgan Pearson's
Maybe
coming
you could
for
do
that.
like San Anton or something. That would be a good idea. That's
That'd be a good one.
That's local.
It's local.
Bro, honestly, though, I do want to win 70.3 Florida because it's my home race. But like I said, you told me Pearson's coming, and now I like probably can't win. So that kind of sucks. Like, I get second, I guess.
Yeah, Morgan did say you were kind of lucky yesterday, so yeah.
Morgan needs to turn up to a race, doesn't he?
He's a great athlete.
He's a real good athlete.
He's our top.
He's our only hope at an Olympic medal.
And he's our top long course guy right now.
I mean, you are.
I get. Do you count T100 as long course?
No.
Okay. Well, he's our top
Middle
lap
distance.
guy.
T100 is middle distance.
It's nearly
Still
middle.
drafting distance.
It's been a good podcast.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for listening. We will be
What's
back.
Kat doing next?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I'm
Kat.
flying to Geelong on Monday, and with the aim to either travel home via an unknown route or
We're meant to be going by Dubai.
or race 70.3 Geelong in 2 weeks' time.
So you are going to Geelong, you just don't know if you're racing.
She's racing.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a choice.
After that,
I'm like 90% racing.
after that, defend your 3-time title at Texas?
Yeah, there has been a few moments this morning where I thought, oh goodness, maybe I shouldn't do the Pro Series whatsoever. I just need to, refocus. But ultimately, I will strive to be in Texas for sure.
Sweet. And if you are wanting to come to another live show, you can do that at Ironman Texas Thursday before the race. Thank you all for listening, and we will catch you on the next one.